Tom Chambers began life in the most humble surroundings. This was his first home, and he's never forgotten where he came from. And the rest of us have had the opportunity to watch his astonishing career. We are here today to celebrate that career and the many facets of Tom Chambers. It began in Yakima, in a home behind the gas station that his dad owned. Tom learned how to keep the engines running working at his dad's place. And if it runs on fossil fuel, Tom Chambers has owned it, ridden it, driven it, jumped it over immovable objects, and raced it. He started early racing cars at the Yakima Speedway. During law school, this is how he and his wife Judy commuted. Of course, his tastes in transportation changed a bit over the years. His need for speed did not. One facet of the multifaceted Tom Chambers is the daredevil side. He's a pilot, has raced motocross, flung himself out of airplanes, has a boat that rockets around Lake Sammamish, and has dived the world's greatest seas. His curiosity and zest for life always calling him to the next thrilling adventure. Together, Tom and Judy have experienced extraordinary journeys and dived with every sea creature imaginable. Back home, he's at home on his Harley and urges his young grandchildren to explore what the family calls the Chambers adrenaline gene. It was in the courtroom that Tom found his professional calling, and he is known as trial lawyer extraordinaire. He literally wrote the book on trying personal injury cases. He blazed new trails in courtroom presentation, took on the toughest cases, and fought passionately for his clients, all the while bringing grace and dignity to the courtroom. Insurance companies trembled at the mention of his name. He led the Washington State Trial Lawyers Association into the battle against tort reform. He never wavered in his belief that justice and dignity are for everyone, irregardless of income or so-called status. He was a successful trial attorney because his brain always remained directly connected to his heart. Tom Chambers has been named Trial Lawyer of the Year. He served as president of the Washington State Trial Lawyers Association and was voted president of the Washington State Bar Association. For the past 12 years, he's proudly served on the Washington Supreme Court. This platform gave Tom Chambers opportunities to fight for the rights of the individual against powerful corporate interests and hold our government to strict constitutional standards. Serving on the court allowed Tom to give full voice to his passion for justice. And he wrote groundbreaking opinions, such as directing the state to adopt substantive changes in foster care. Yet there is no one more approachable than Tom Chambers, and this is reflected in his mentoring of countless young lawyers and law clerks. And he's given back to our community. Tom Chambers has served on the United Way of King County Board of Directors, the Providence Hospital Foundation Board. Along with Judy, Tom Chambers has been a dedicated supporter for people in low-income housing, in part because they lived in the Holly Park complex during Tom's law school years. For over 3 decades, Tom and Judy have underwritten a fund which provides these people with basic health needs. He's been honored as the distinguished graduate of Yakima Community College and the most distinguished alumni of the University of Washington School of Law. In 2006, Washington Women Lawyers of King County voted Tom Chambers the Outstanding Judge of the Year. 2012 has been a year for coming full circle when Tom Chambers was honored by the Washington Association for Justice, formerly WISLA, as the Judge of the Year. We all have a champion in this room. The people of the state have a champion. Lawyers in this state have a champion. And our champion is Tom Chambers, who is the 2012 Judge of the Year. As a justice, Tom earned the respect of his colleagues on the bench as well as lawyers who appeared before him. His passion for justice burns just as brightly today as it did when he was an impassioned advocate. Some say that these past 12 years on the bench have aged Tom, but he remains convinced that only those who know him extremely well will notice. And of course, lawyers who have prepared for weeks to argue in front of our highest court have noted Tom's keen intellect and the laser focus he maintains during oral argument. In an act of sheer compassion, the other 8 justices got together and helped Tom with his reading skills. He enjoys playing dress-up, putting on quite a show as James Madison, breathing life into the tale of our country's war for independence and underscoring the fundamental right to trial by jury, so unique to our legal system. Tom and Judy have 3 beautiful children and an ever-expanding band of grandchildren. The newest arrival joined the family less than 2 months ago. Tom spends quality time with his family, making sure everyone learned to scuba dive so they can share that passion with him. And the annual scuba diving vacation takes the family somewhere sunny and warm, but most importantly, together each year. All these facets of Tom Chambers, husband, father, grandfather, daredevil, adventurer, trial lawyer, mentor, judge of the year, Supreme Court justice, add up to one extraordinary human being. And we're here to celebrate the awesome career of Tom Chambers.
You fucking did it. You really did it, yeah. You really did it. You really did it. You really did it. You really did it, yeah. You really did it. You really did it. You are a W-E-S-O-M-E.
And one last word from the multifaceted Tom Chambers.
Do not answer facts. If the doctor begins asking questions, but a doctor may not, boy, how come?
Remember, answer only the question that is, remember, answer only the question that is asked.